We're here in this beautiful park. It's called Lake James State Park here in North Carolina, and we're going to talk about water. Okay, I feel like we've all gone through different phases of what we're doing for water while we're camping. I will tell you, there's something here that we've moved to, and it works perfectly for us. So I'll describe everything we do for water, and I'll also tell you some of the things that we've quit doing, okay? Because there are a few things we've stopped doing as far as our water while camping. The first thing we probably started with is over here, a water bottle. We used to pick up 24 packs of water bottles and bring those with us on our trips. We still do have some hanging around, but for the most part, we do not bring so many small water bottles like that. We have moved to having, what do you call these?
I don't know.
We have moved to having cups of water that we refill. These two are our favorites right now. I'm sure you've gone through several different water cups, just like we have. These are, we're not selling it or anything, but they are Columbia. We like them, and they're doing a good job right now. That's our favorite. So we're filling those. We do keep one of these around still, one of these bigger ones. Just
We keep that in the fridge. We always keep that in the fridge in the truck.
there's one other water I always keep in our refrigerator here in the truck. It's Vita Coco coconut water. I do the pineapple one because I like some pineapple. But this is good to have around. They last a pretty long time. You do have to keep track of the expiration date. But they last a long time. They're good because they hydrate. So you might want to also pick up a few of these to keep around. And then we have this over here. Okay, so this is what we use with just, non-potable water, basically. I mean, it's not something that we're going to be drinking out of. We might wash our hands, wash the dishes, brush our teeth if it's decent enough water. We might use this with our Jolka system to take a shower with. So we keep water in here, and this little spout here is perfect. It's great for me washing my hands and all that. But like I said, we don't drink from this. This is used for all the other water needs that we have while we're camping. And you're probably wondering about this contraption here. So this one right here is the one we've moved to most recently. We used to use a USB rechargeable faucet before we moved to this one. And our water thing makes a faucet for us.
It was slower.
What we use to get the water out of our water jugs, it's like a little faucet that runs for us. And the USB rechargeable faucet was good, but you did have to remember to recharge it. And also we had to buy a backup one because all of a sudden it just stopped working. I think we dropped it, and that was the end of that. So you wouldn't want that to happen while you're at camp, because then it could be really difficult to lift this and pour it, especially if it's full, and your USB faucet isn't working. So we moved to this one. This one's a manual pump. We keep all the pieces for it in its bag here that is resting on top right now. And basically, it's very simple to use. I'll show you how it's used, and then I will show you how I actually put it together and set it up. So you just move your little lid to the side. You put your cup underneath the faucet right there, and then you're going to pump up here. So it's a manual pump, okay? So watch how it happens. Are you ready? And there you go. Now keep your cup for a second. You saw once you remove your hand, it's still pumping because you built up some pressure in there. So you just keep your cup there, and then you have water. You pump some more and you have some more water. Now let me show you how you set it up, because it's actually really easy. Because I was like, the first time or two we had it, I was always like, okay, Jody, I have out all the water stuff. Do you want to go ahead and put it together so I can have some water? And then I quickly realized, like, yeah, I think I can figure this out. It is not that difficult. You can figure it out too. It's basically just these pieces here. So this is for your faucet, okay? I'm gonna put it on my bag so that it stays clean. This is the piece that, I'll show you in a second. This all comes apart, okay? You wanna make sure your hands are clean and things when you're handling this part. These are the only pieces that actually touch the water. So make sure your hands are clean and whatnot. So this piece I'm gonna put right here. These actually come separated, okay? And you just pull them apart. You don't even have to twist them or anything like that. So you get 3 of these, you get the faucet part, and you get the pump part. And what you want to do is this. These just allow for the suction to bring the water up to the pump from your water receptacle. So you basically just push these together, okay? Right? Then it goes right there. You see it? So watch. You just go like this and you just push it in. And that's really it. You don't even have to twist it. You don't have to do anything special. It really fits together rather nicely. Okay, so this is how I do it. And then I turn it this way. Now, I need to mention a little step. If you're using this water bottle, you do have to bring your screwdriver or something else that can poke this hole. Zoom in and show them, Jody. So you do have to poke, yeah, you have to poke that hole there, okay? So I just jab it 2 or 3 times with a screwdriver, but you know, that is something you might not always have with you when you're camping. So remember to bring it. We keep tools and such like that when we camp all the time anyway. I'm sure you can maybe get a small knife or something else in there. You won't be able to access your water unless you poke that hole first. Try to keep that from flying away on us. Then you go ahead and you put this, it fits right over it. It's like a universal thing for these water jugs. Universal size. Or why not? Okay, so that's it. Buy the water, buy this, poke the hole in the top, put the 3 tubing pieces together, attach them to the pump, and here's your final piece. All you do is slide this piece on. Okay. Now, if you're in a tight spot and you need to move it to the side or whatever, you have a bunch of stuff, this rotates, you know, it just slides on. I always just put it straight, and then you can go ahead and pump and pour your water.
So all these pieces go in the plastic bag. That way there's nothing to break on that.
All right. So some other good things about this water system is that, one, you can keep this in your vehicle at all times. We do. We keep it in our vehicle pretty much anytime we're going on a road trip. We've taken to keeping it in there even more than that. We leave it in for several days after our camping trips just because it's really convenient to always refill your water. You know, even on the way to work, on the way back from work, you know, to just even a little picnic or whatever, or a walk or an exercise routine. So it is nice because you could just keep this in your back seat and you can pump and you're good to go. This has fallen, not broken yet. I'll let you guys know if it does. We've had it now for several months. And you know, it's manual, so you're just pumping it and it works. Also, these bottles, we buy them at BJ's or wherever you can find them. But the good thing about this shaped one is that you can stack them on their side horizontally, and you can stack up several of them. So, you know, if you're a prepper and you want to have a corner in your garage, you could stack these to the ceiling on top of each other and they'd be good. Or if you're a camper and you just always want to be prepared, you'll be good. Now, if you have any questions about why we've chosen what we've chosen, or maybe you're looking at a water system you know, yourself, and you're curious what we think about it, or you want us to check it out and review it, please let us know, because we're always open to the next biggest thing. Hey, we didn't know about this until we saw it being used at an expo, and if we hadn't gone to that expo, we would have probably never even moved to this one. So we want your feedback. Let us know what we should try next.